You guys, Sticky Feet here, and we are going to install GripSENSE. So the patient today, we're working on a re-wheeled pint that has a set of the flared foot pads, the same that come with the Pint S, and this is going to be a piece of cake. Okay, we're going to remove the fender. Okay, still moving along here. Just working on these screws. Alright, so we got the pad free. I'm going to loosen this connector. Okay, so now we had this pad free, and I unscrewed the connector. So we have our pad now. So you can do one of two things. You can actually purchase another cable. We're not going to be selling this cable directly, but there will be links to Float World where you'll be able to buy these cables from them. We've had a good relationship with Float World over the last few months. Rob's awesome. So Rob is more than willing to provide these cables. There'll be links in the product description for GripSENSE. In this case, we are going to reuse this cable from the existing stock sensor. So what you're going to want to do is just be really gentle with it. And this sheath, it's silicone. You just want to kind of work at it real gently so that you don't damage this wire. So that way you'll be able to reuse it. Just kind of work at it. Be patient. You don't have to rush. You don't break anything. Kind of break it free. And once you get this, it might even be glue, but once you get this off, this sheath off, the cable will just detach. It'll just pull right off. And you kind of want to pay attention to the orientation of the cable. It's about to come free. So that way you know which side is, because if you end up plugging this cable in flipped, it'll detect, if you're doing dual zone, it'll detect left is right and right is left. So in this case, when you're looking at it from the top down, with the pad flipped over, red will go on the left side and yellow will go on the right side. And there's also a black wire in the middle here. So let me keep working at this. I'm going to get this wire free, and then I'll be able to get this off. Those pliers here just to kind of work at this. The key to this is just go slow. There's really no reason to rush. Take your time. I'm getting it now. There we go. Just a little bit left right here. This will come away. Now, I should be able to just wiggle it a little bit, and there you go. So this is what you're going to need to plug into GripSENSE to get it working again. Now you'll be able to remove the stock sensor. If you want, once you remove this sensor, I really don't recommend that you reuse it for anything. It's probably not safe. So yeah, once you take this off, it's toast. I've messed around with these before. I've been able to get them working again, but it's really not anything I would ever suggest anyone to do. It's not safe. So yeah, and then when you're pulling out this cable, there is a piece of plastic here that you're going to want to keep and reuse just to kind of hold the cable down if you ever need it for anything else. With the GripSense, you're not going to be able to reuse this, but these are just nice to have if you ever decide to just put a sensor on another set of pads. That's a good thing to have, so I like to keep those. So once you pull off that piece of plastic, this is now free, and you can just push it out. And then, like I said, this is no good anymore. These soft pads are so much easier to work with because they flex, and it's able. That's why you don't have good engagement with the sensor on these soft pads. They flex too much, but they're really easy to get the stock sensor off. So this one is done. All right, so now it's time to install GripSense. So I went ahead and I cleaned off whatever residue was left on by the previous sensor. You just want to have a nice clean surface to work with. It also helps if you just wipe this down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to get it clean if you want. These soft pads are really easy to clean off. But yeah, definitely give it a wipe down if you feel it's necessary. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the adhesive backing here. Okay, now I got all the backing off. Now with the adhesive exposed, you want to take the wiring for the sensor and go through the hole, and then you just want to line it up with your pads. And there you go. Now you got the wiring coming out the back. And then you're going to take your wire. Oh, here it is. And remember that the red goes on the left and the yellow goes on the right. And just connect this to your new GripSense housing. Now, I'm going to really seriously recommend that you guys glue this. I like to use hot glue. You can also use electrical tape if you want, but you want to basically redo what was here. All right, so we got our glue gun all warmed up. I'm going to lay this sucker down and just re-glue this section just so it stays together. You don't have to get too crazy with it. You can add a little more up in here just to kind of help secure this wire in place. Just hold it until this glue cures. Alright, so the glue is pretty much set up. You're going to take your wire, you're going to reconnect it to your controller. Perfect. Just lay this down. I'm going to fire this up and watch GripSense just work. There you have it, guys. So now I'm just going to screw this all back together. And then it's nighttime right now, so the next scene we'll be riding it during the day. But this thing is going to blow your minds. Here it is, fully installed. Oh yeah. 100% of the time, it engages every time.